Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're cutting straight through the noise to get to the truth of what is actually happening under the hood in the financial world. Let's dive right into this overarching theme that is completely dominating the industry right now, the box score illusion. Much like checking the stats after a crazy fantasy football game, in Fintech today, surface-level, flashy numbers are doing a brilliant job of hiding the unsexy but wildly important reality of underlying infrastructure. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to define the box score illusion, do a reality check on eToro's crypto numbers, see how checkout lines are basically becoming banks, talk about issuing corporate cards for AI, and wrap it all up with our infrastructure takeaway. Let's get into it. Section 1. The box score illusion, hype versus reality. Moving right along to Section 2. eToro's crypto reality check. Spoiler alert, trading plunged. Look at this sheer contrast. On paper, eToro's box score is absolutely wild. They reported a Q2 net income of $53.5 million. That is up a staggering 77% year over year. Their earnings per share blew past consensus at 68 cents, and funded accounts grew by 18% to nearly 4.3 million. CEO Yoni Assia and his team even announced a deal to acquire TradeZero to fast-track their U.S. expansion. I mean, it is literally a masterclass in beating Wall Street. But then, check out the market vibes. After posting these video game MVP-level numbers, eToro's shares instantly tanked by 8% anyway. So you really gotta ask yourself, why? Why on earth did the stock drop 8% on such ostensibly incredible news? Seriously, think about that mystery for a second. Why would investors aggressively punish a company that just posted a 77% year-over-year income growth? What exactly is happening under the hood that those flashy box score numbers aren't telling us? Well, here's your answer. Negative 73%. Yeah, that is a harsh reality check. See, while those Q2 numbers were absolutely stellar, the underlying truth for July hit them hard. July crypto trading volume on the platform plunged by a massive 73%. And to make matters worse, the average crypto investment per trade, that fell by 50%. So investors quickly realized that the massive beat from Q2 was honestly just backward-looking noise. The forward trend was quietly but severely falling apart as the crypto market cooled off. And honestly, there's a brilliantly perfect way to describe this. It's the Fintech equivalent of a wide receiver going off for 150 yards and getting cut because his QB threw 4 picks. The box score says one thing, but the reality of the room says another. The big takeaway here for us is that beating estimates really only buys you goodwill until the very next data point drops. eToro just proved that surface-level hype absolutely does not buy trust when your foundational trend is shaky. All right, Section 3. Checkout lines become banks, featuring GreenDot and Varo. So we're looking at a pretty stark contrast here. On one side, you've got the grand expectation of our digital future. Varo Bank holds this really impressive distinction. They are the first all-digital, nationally chartered U.S. consumer bank. Sounds super modern, right? But then you hit the analog present. Varo has over 7 million deposit account holders. And here's the catch. A ton of them still have physical, paper cash that they actually need to deposit into their accounts. And last time I checked, you definitely cannot scan a $20 bill with your webcam. So how exactly do you solve a highly analog problem for a purely digital bank? Simple. Kroger checkout lines are quietly becoming bank branches. Varo is now letting its users deposit cash at over 2,000 Kroger family checkout locations. And the unsexy infrastructure actually making this magic happen, that is powered by GreenDot's Arc embedded finance platform. Basically, they use a really simple barcode API built directly into the Varo app to turn a standard grocery self-checkout scanner into a bank deposit slot. And this isn't just a random experiment either. It follows a highly successful playbook Varo already ran with CVS Pharmacy back in late 2024. There is a saying floating around that captures this perfectly. No matter how digital your bank gets, somebody's still walking in with a fistful of 20s. And that is exactly why this matters. The true innovation in embedded finance right now isn't some flashy AI pitch deck trying to completely reinvent money. It's GreenDot quietly acting as the back-end plumbing that every challenger bank desperately relies on, because real physical cash still needs a place to go at scale. Moving to Section 4, corporate cards for AI. Let's look at Mercury Spend. Get a load of what Mercury just launched. Mercury Spend. They were offering a spend management suite for their 300,000 business clients that issues budget-limited corporate cards, not just to human employees, but to AI agents. They literally even collaborated with a sculptor for a limited edition physical card design because, well, I guess even robots deserve good aesthetics now. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Giving a robot a credit card sounds like a genuinely terrible idea, right? Like the perfect setup for a sci-fi cautionary tale where an AI accidentally bankrupts your entire company before your lunch break. But let's look at how this actually works under the hood because they put some incredibly strict guardrails in place. These agent cards feature human-only card creation. They have strict preset hard limits. Every single transaction is fully trackable, auditable, and cancelable. Crucially, and this is a big one, the AI absolutely cannot override or expand its own budget. Plus, the system automatically freezes the card if required documentation, like receipts via Gmail integration or a text photo reply, goes missing. So what we're seeing is that the product here isn't actually about artificial intelligence at all. The real product is this highly restrictive, automated spend control infrastructure built right into a banking dashboard. I love this quote. It's less give the intern the case and more give the intern a car with a governor on it. This shows us that companies are running faster on a hybrid mix of people and agents doing real operational work. Fintech is in a full-on sprint right now to safely accommodate an economy where your coworker literally might not have a pulse. So the quiet infrastructure play to watch here isn't actually the AI itself. It's the tech stock issuing that AI spending power with absolutely zero ability for the agent to go rogue. And finally, Section 5. The infrastructure takeaway, connecting the dots. Let's zoom out and look at the big picture here. Number 1, eToro proved that beating Wall Street estimates doesn't buy trust when the underlying forward trend looks shaky. Past hype just cannot mask weak infrastructure. Number 2, GreenDot proved that boring, totally unsexy embedded finance plumbing is what actually moves real money at real scale in our analog world. And number 3, Mercury showed us that in the middle of this massive, flashy AI race, the strict guardrails and native spend controls are the actual valuable product. Examining this quiet infrastructure gives us a much clearer, far more accurate picture of the financial world than we'd ever get by just staring at top-level box score numbers. So I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. If top-level hype doesn't really matter, what unsexy, quiet infrastructure is running your financial life right now? Think about it. The next time you tap your card or deposit a 20 at a grocery store or read about some massive corporate earnings beat, remember to look past the box score and ask yourself, who is actually building the pipes? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking the good questions, and I'll catch you next time.